welcome to another episode of Shooting
the Shit with Rachel
and Neal Young. So we're talking all things real estate photography business growth, mindset, and getting it done. Here come your favorite true entrepreneurs, Rachel and Neal Young, shooting the shit.
I have a ferret on the podcast. Like if we're kind of in a slump, like what kind of things do you do?
Talking about a boob light.
Straddling a power line.
Nice photo.
Ooh, I need that.
I'm like red right now because I'm embarrassed. I go like this. I love it.
Come in.
Sure, use your podcast voice.
You know, over here, I'm pitting out.
Drone's like flipping to the ground.
That's a great callback.
Chit-chatting.
Is that what you call that? Hey!
This episode is brought to you by my admin. Well, HD Photo Hub, which is basically like having an admin.
That's right. And it's not just a delivery platform. It's a powerhouse designed to make your work shine. From stunning teaser videos and social media reels to custom property websites and polished printable flyers, HD Photo Hub automates it all so you can focus on what matters, growing your business.
That's right.
I'm not telling you how old I am.
Well, you had your 40th birthday like 2 years ago, so you're 42.
Why do you care? What are you doing?
I just want to show you
How old I am?
what the difference is using me as a measuring stick. This is me when I was exactly 42. No glasses even.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh no, I'm going to age a lot.
That's all I'm trying to say. I looked at that, I pulled that up and went, holy shit. I'm like, wow, I look younger. Damn.
Yeah. Look at little Elsie. She's so tiny.
I know.
Oh my gosh, her little toes. Oh,
little baby.
Love.
My little baby.
So
Look at my
cute.
face. Look at the
know.
lack of wrinkles and bags under my eyes and
Yeah.
no glasses.
No, you can't see anything.
Now I'm just like, help me, help me.
I can't see.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, I thought that might be funny. So, but I think we should just dive right into today's episode.
Oh, you did
Let's
record
just
that?
do this because that just is our style. Okay, welcome to the podcast. If this is your first time listening. This is normal. It's just kind of how we roll. Right, Neil?
Yes, we roll around quite a bit, actually. Wait, that sounded terrible.
Okay.
Can we start
No, we
over?
don't.
That is not what I meant to say.
Actually, Neil, that's weird.
I
You
meant
were
like-
gonna say something.
I meant like roll around like topic wise, like we're here, then we're there.
Okay.
And
Yes.
then that sounded bad.
We're both happily married to other
Yes,
people.
we do
not
not
each
roll
other.
around in the hay with a random stranger.
Anyways, moving
Oh.
on.
So starting over from here.
Next topic.
Psst. Sorry to interrupt. If you haven't heard, Rach and I are using Pixl CRM.
Pixl CRM isn't just another boring tool. It's basically your business's best friend. With Pixl CRM, you can automate your lead generation, follow-ups, client communication, and stay top of mind with email campaigns. And there's just so much more.
And if you want, you can try it out today. Just go to pixlcrm.com/STS and you're going to get the first month of Pixl CRM free.
How was your day, Neil?
It was good. Wait, does this work? Oh, did I leave it on? Oh, no, it does.
Would you focus, please? We're in the middle of a podcast episode here. You're just,
I don't.
what are you
we?
doing?
Are we?
Yes, we've started. Put the camera down. We're not taking
it.
photos. What is
Doesn't
this, a photography podcast? Come on.
This is an old manual focus camera, but it has like a battery grip, and I guess the battery's died because the battery grip's that classic like kicking, 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 like motor drive sound. I wanted to do it, but it died. Damn it.
Oh, darn. That's a film camera you have there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, there was one.
Oh.
It won't do the full high frame rate right now because the battery's too dead. Hear that?
Yeah. Wow.
Anyways.
Now I think they just make that noise just to replicate the old noise. I don't think that.
Oh, it's hilarious in movies now when they have a digital camera and they make that sound, which is from 1970. Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah, you're like, no one's buying that.
I love watching the extras in movies when they're blatantly like holding cameras wrong and they're like, some of them are just like holding it out. They don't even know what a camera is.
Yeah. You're like, you're not a photographer, obviously.
Not a photographer. So we are going to talk today about successes, what we have accomplished this year that we said we would try to do this year. And it's not even the end of the year yet, but we did accomplish some good stuff, right, Rach?
Yes. And the way we came up with this topic idea, I was thinking about PMRE, which is just around the corner. And we just had an episode about PMRE. And I was thinking about 2023 PMRE. I got all inspired, and then don't think I did much of anything to actually grow my business that year. Like, I mean, some stuff happened. I was kind of dealing with burnout, but like, then last year I went, and it's like a huge contrast. Like, I've implemented a lot. I did implement some stuff in 23 to 24, but I think that was like it was a little bit slower, the real estate market. So I think that was part of it. I did do a mentorship and I learned a lot, but I really didn't implement a lot. I didn't have, my assistant was newer. I didn't have as much freedom with my own personal time. I was just feeling kind of burnt out. I just remember that kind of being a rough year for me. But this year, like last year at PMRE, I got super inspired, especially with the video stuff. And then I came home, and Casey's been with me, I don't know, 2.5 years now, 2 years, whatever it's been, a long time. And we're just like this well-oiled little machine, and we can get so much done together. It's amazing. And then even with you, Neal, with our courses and launching our headshot course, that was a huge thing that I've had on my bucket list since 2020 to do a course.
Yeah, I've wanted to do a course for years too. Exactly.
And we finally got that off the ground and going this year. And I don't know, this year I feel like has been the year that's actually like, I'm making the steps that I need to make in order to grow. And it takes time. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. You're not going to get like 100 new clients in 1 month, or you would drown. I mean, unless COVID hits again. That was great. That was really good for business. Thank you, pandemic. But that's obviously not going to happen again. But no, I just thought it would be fun to talk about some of the things that we brought back from PMRE last year and implemented into our businesses this year, or like goals that we had last year that we actually implemented this year, to maybe give you some ideas to start thinking about things that you want to work on this year, because slow season is right around the corner, and slow season should not be slow season. That's our time to build our businesses and our time to set up our systems and processes. If you're not using HD Photo Hub, seriously, look into them, or another backend system. HD Photo Hub, in my opinion, is hands down the best customer service. They are not the cheapest, but they are seriously amazing. But anyways, if you're not using systems, now is the time to do it. It's going to level you up. So yeah, Neal.
For sure.
Ranted on for a long, long time.
No, that was great. No, that was good. Yeah, and I feel like I did take some things from PMRE, but the things that I implemented this year were more just general things that I wanted to do. I don't know that they were hugely because of PMRE, but definitely the video piece. It kind of did reignite me to start being a little more creative and make some changes. Because, I think you go through ebbs and flows where you get dialed in on something, and then you get kind of stagnant for a while, and you're like, yeah, it's fine. And then, but you kind of in the back of your head go, but I probably should maybe keep my finger on the pulse and maybe try some new things or whatever. So it did help inspire me to do a little bit more of that. And it did pay back. Like, the effort that I put into some of the video stuff for some unique projects was great for my current clients and got them some eyes on their stuff that they were doing, but also in turn ended up getting some additional people interested in my work too. And I think it's funny, sometimes you may even know these techniques and you may have done them in the past. I think I used to do more high-end video work before real estate. And then you kind of can fall into the status quo for real estate,
Yeah.
And I think like there are opportunities to do different things too. You don't always have to do, it's great to have the staple thing, but then there's other things you can do too. And there's unique things you can come up with and creative ideas and creative offerings that can make you more money too, if you just take some time. And so, yeah, the winter is a great time to start thinking about what are some little tweaks, some adjustments you could make to make things better for the new year. Yeah.
Totally. Neal, you made a video. I don't know if that was this past year. I think it was. The hide and seek.
Oh yeah, that was the first video I did inspired by PMRE. Yep.
That was like I got tears at the end. Legit tears. Like not fake tears, like real tears. It was so well done. I was like, oh my gosh. And I can't believe Instagram and the algorithm's so annoying, because I'm like, how that thing should have gone viral. Like, what the heck? Yeah. And who knows why, why they do or why they don't. But I mean, it was emotional. It definitely was very well done as well. I mean, the production was well, it was thought out, and it just like pulled at your heartstrings. It really made you feel something when you watched it. And I think that's what a lot of the real estate videos are lacking. Like you were saying, how
Yeah.
they kind of get into that next
Yeah.
same old, it's just a tour of a
Mhm.
home. And it's our job as creatives and, to spice it up every once in a while and try something different. And,
Mhm.
and be able to bring that to our clients and say, hey, I have an idea for this one. What do you think about this? And
Yeah.
not that we're going to do that on every single one, but when there's an opportunity, like,
Yeah.
why
And then,
not?
I think it's important you bring that up too, that you do put a lot of effort in stuff. And even though it got better traction than her average video that she released, right, for
Mhm.
her listing, I still had hoped that it would done much better. But what she got from it was so much engagement, and
Mhm.
not just on the actual social media platform, but she had people just come up to her, like at the grocery store. And people she didn't even know even were seeing her content and were like,
Hmm.
that video was so cool. Like, I
Oh,
loved it,
wow. Oh,
And
that's cool.
so she felt really boosted by it. Like that, you know, even though it wasn't outrageous, the number of views and stuff, she was like, oh, people are actually watching and people are like, and she's like, okay, what are we going to do next? So it was good. It was definitely good.
That's so cool. I love
And
that.
that was thanks to that talk at PMRE where he was talking about creative videos and ways to do them to market the agent in a different way and to tell a story instead of
Mhm.
just a listing video really was the main topic. Telling a story and finding unique ways to tell a story that aren't normal. And that it doesn't mean that necessarily have to do it for every single video, but there are certain scenarios like this house was sitting on the market longer than average. And we thought, okay, this is a good opportunity to maybe try something a little different to see if we can get some more eyeballs on it because the normal strategy isn't doing it. And so it turned into a portfolio piece for her too. Like besides that house, like people just related to it and like gravitated to it. So yeah,
Yeah. Well done. Well
yeah,
done, partner.
was fun. And
Yeah,
it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect, but it was different, you know?
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, and I've seen your videos this year. I mean, you've like tripled in your skills this year in your video work. Like it's
Yeah, and
come so far. And you've built a team of editors too
yeah.
for you that are your custom team that you're putting together, which I think is awesome. And it's been really neat to kind of watch you navigate all of that as well. Do you want to talk about that on the podcast?
Sure. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
mind.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, so when I
Yes.
started out, like most people, I had experience doing video editing, and I would edit all my own stuff, but it was
Mm.
painstaking. And then the transition went to I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't sleep. I needed to sleep. I was going out all day. I couldn't be up editing all night. In addition to that, the more people started actually doing the videos, seeing the videos, liking them, they wanted more. So then I handed it off to some editors, but the editors at the time were, I was teaching them what I knew.
Mm.
And and I knew enough. And I was good at finesse and, tweaking it a little painstakingly to work it and make it good. And, lost a little bit of the edge of the video when we handed it off to one or two editors that were pretty good. But, I've tried the transition. I think the big was getting an editor who knew more than me, right? Hiring somebody that, you know, I wouldn't know how to tell them what to do for the thing that they did because it was so good. It's
Mhm.
beyond me. And that's what I was like, yes, why I keep trying to find people that I need to teach. Now there's still a little bit of that, but not as much as before. And actually what I found is in hiring a couple of these people, a couple of them were, and one in particular was like leaps beyond my skill and really could do all the cool stuff for real estate. And they actually helped drive the other editors to step up, and it was kind of a collectively everybody has stepped up their game a bit to try and to meet that level, and it's inspired me to try and find resources, and I'm still working on that. It's still evolving. I'm still trying to find resources to help them do what they need to do, and there's all these assets they can use, and it's always changing now. And but I'm trying to not be the expert myself. I'm trying to empower them
That's great.
to figure it out, and
Yeah.
that's been a big difference.
And that's what it's all about. Like we are not supposed to be doing everything in our business. Like we are
Yeah.
supposed to be building a team around us to support us, to help us to be able to grow and be bigger. And you can't grow. Like your goal, Neil, is to shoot 3 days a week, have a 4 day week work week,
Yeah,
something like
if
that,
I could,
right?
if yeah, my goal, I would love. That's my goal for. I would love that eventually for the whole business to have everyone have a 4 day work week. But you need more. You need more people in the team to be able to do that, obviously, because you got an extra day that has to be spread out,
Yeah.
versus everybody working 5. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would love that. And for myself, yeah, I'd love to be 3 days for myself. That would be amazing. Rach, can you imagine if you had to go back to a world pre HD Photo Hub?
Oh, no way. No, HG Photo Hub literally saved my life during the COVID craze
Yeah.
with online ordering, their invoicing, the photo delivery, the Google integration, and just having everything on one platform. HG Photo Hub really does it all. And I cannot imagine my business without it.
Same. Pre HD Photo Hub, I feel like I was just spending all my time chasing my own tail. It was horrible. The
Hmm.
good news is our listeners get a special deal. If you enter the code STS, you're going to get 10 free full marketing kit deliveries. Remember, enter the code STS. Basically, 3 days off and 4 days on seems way better to me than 5 and 2. But yeah.
Hmm. Totally. And that's what I mean. If you want the freedom in your real estate photography business to be able to take time off, you have to build a team.
Yeah.
Or you just have to set really strong boundaries and take time off, which is hard to do, you know. So I'm
Yeah.
proud of you for sticking with it. And
Hmm.
the fact that you hired multiple video editors and
Yeah.
you've gotten them to all kind of work together and collaborate and learn
Yeah.
from each other. I think that's so neat. It's such a different
Yeah.
approach. Like I took a
That was
totally different
really,
approach. I'm like, I just hire a big company to do mine, you know?
yeah. Well, but that's a great path too. I was very excited at the point where created a group chat and we had a project and I said we had a slow day and I said, hey, here why don't we all try to do this new thing that I've seen on social media? Why don't you
Mhm.
all try to, I think it wasn't really new, but it was something that we didn't really mess around with a lot. And I said, why don't we all do this? Take this video we shot and let's all do a house drop for it. And why don't you all chat about how you did it and if you guys have any tips or questions for each other. And it was amazing to see them all collaborating and saying, oh, this plugin and blah, blah, blah. And,
Mm.
all these cool things. And it was like, because some came out much better than others, and I
Huh.
was like, oh, sick. And so that was really exciting. I
They
think,
all use the same software, or was it different softwares to do it?
no, no. So originally my main editor, he always used Premiere. And then a lot of these transitions and stuff are a lot more slick now in Final Cut. So he switched to Final Cut, and basically all of my editors now are Final Cut except for one who's still Premiere. And that's the other thing. I know Premiere. I don't
Mm.
know Final Cut, and I haven't
Mhm.
had time to dive into it. And honestly, right now, I don't have a Mac. I've been looking at getting one just to have a better understanding of the editing on
Because
Final Cut.
Final Cut, in case you don't know, Final Cut is a Mac product, correct? And you can only
Hmm.
use it on a Mac?
That's correct. Yep.
That's so weird. I feel like they're missing a huge market of people that could buy their
Yeah,
software.
I mean that's my
Yeah,
understanding. I don't, maybe there's some way around it. I don't know, but yeah,
probably.
it's a Mac. It's a Mac product, and yeah. So there's some like all these softwares have some benefits and some downsides, but for a lot of those speed ramps and stuff like that, no, there's a lot of plugins that are really slick for real estate and stuff that make all these things very easy to do that you might have thought were super complicated and actually really aren't. Especially now with AI, they're doing so many of these cool things. Yeah, like the outer space dropping down to the house and stuff is a simple plugin that's not very hard for them to do. Stuff like that. Yeah, it's becoming faster and easier, but the challenge is to stay on top of this stuff. So that's the next thing I'm trying to do is I've sort of hinted at a position where one of them would end up being a manager of video where they could still edit jobs as well, but I don't want to still be reviewing videos to tell them, yeah, this is good or this is bad, or, you need to fix this or whatever. So I would like, one of them to eventually step into that role where they're good enough. They know all the things that we do because there's a number of random odd jobs that we do as well that I'd like them to still be able to understand. Like, like that video, for example, that's different than a standard MLS video that they have a good eye for the how to edit that style of video and to be able to manage them. And I'd like to set it up actually that they have some kind of incentive involved in
Mm.
managing those successfully, that it would be something that they'd be excited to have that role. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. And then the next step would be, if we have a team and we don't have enough video work for our own team, then, I don't know, maybe we take on projects for other people or something like that. I don't know, but it's been fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm proud of you. Good job.
Thanks, Rach. And
Moving the needle.
Rachel's video. So so Rachel's been doing video forever too, but Rachel's really stepped up her game on her video content. I mean, you took in the last month, maybe it's 2 months, but the video work, it was fine. Everybody liked it, all that,
Mhm.
but you just took it up like 3 levels. It's now like super slick and it's looking really great. I've been
Thank you.
impressed and how quickly you did that too.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I have to teach my team. Okay, guys, we're doing longer clips. We're doing more creative clips.
Hmm.
We're spinning the camera sideways, like the point
Yep.
of view. I don't even know what it's called.
Yep.
How
Yep.
technical I am. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with video and playing with different songs too. I think the music is like, I feel like
Music is hard.
75% of the video is the music because
Yeah.
the music can make or break your video for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's the music, but it still has to be that you've got an editor who's editing to the music.
Right.
Anybody
And
can throw a song on there and do a sort of basic cut to it. But the
mhm,
difference is when they can actually fault. Like I got an edit back today. I told them, hey, we need a classic edit.
mhm.
And they edited to that just everyone was like, every cut was like one Mississippi, two Mississippi, one Mississippi, two
Yeah.
Mississippi. And it stayed the same. And it was just putting us to sleep. But I'm like,
Mhm.
listen to this song. Do you not hear these other parts where it went la da 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 da, la da 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 da? And they had done like a cool effect where they had cut to these pictures in like picture, picture, picture. But
Yeah.
it was just like in the same rhythm as everything else. I said, do those cuts to the da 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 da. And then they went da 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 to that music, and it was like, yes, it was so
There
much
you go.
cooler.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
exactly. And that's the
yeah,
difference between
mhm,
an okay editor and a good editor,
yeah,
really, honestly.
yeah. And some of the editors are doing this every time, and some of them are, not every time. This was a little more unique edit, so I think he didn't understand, and then he got it, and then it was like, oh yes, okay. But and that's the part I want to step away from. I don't want to have to be the person who has to say that every time. So that we're getting there, but we're not there yet.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get there. I think we added a questionnaire on our order form that says, do you want a cinematic video? We have two styles of editing. So I'm
Mhm.
advertising my website, two styles, one goal, make your listings unforgettable. So
Mm.
there's a cinematic edit. I'll just read it
Yep.
right off the website, which our cinematic edit offers a smooth, steady walkthrough of the property paired with elegant cinematic music. This classic style focuses on flow and composition, using minimal effects to maintain a relaxed, timeless feel. It's perfect for luxury homes or agents who want to highlight every detail with sophistication and ease. Okay, if you guys are not using ChatGPT to create your copyright on your website, start. I
Yeah.
just literally listed off what our cinematic video was, and I said, it knows my voice, it knows the way I talk. I said, I need a section on my website about the video, and that's what it came up with.
Yeah, it's great.
Takes 2 seconds. Okay, next is a dynamic edit. Our dynamic edit delivers an energetic, high impact experience designed to hold the viewer's attention from start to finish. Set to trending or upbeat music, this fast-paced style features creative transitions, rhythmic cuts, and movements that keep your audience engaged and excited. It's perfect for modern listings and agents who want a bold, contemporary edge that stands out online.
Yeah.
So,
That's really smart because that is really the two main groups that I'm dealing with. Some people, if you
mhm,
give them the dynamic
mhm,
edit, they're like, "Whoa, what was that?
right.
That was way too fast. I can't. What?
Yeah.
No." And
Yeah.
then they need the classic edit. And I feel
Mhm,
like there is a kind of push pull right now
mhm,
in these styles. The people who are used to social media and the people who are used to 10 years ago.
right.
And it's not wrong one way or the
Mhm,
other. The cinematic is more like what we're used to for most movies for since the beginning of time,
mhm,
shallow depth of field, nice slow, slider shot, that kind of stuff. And then there's kind of like a hybrid in between that I think is cool too.
yeah.
But yeah, like that video that we just did, basically I told them in the notes like, "Hey, this client does not like fast speed transitions. They don't want anything going by fast. They feel like it makes them dizzy and want sick and they don't want to see it. So these all have to be cinematic, shots." But then we lost the edge when they just thought, okay, that means every shot is slow and boring. No, that's not what it means,
Mm.
but we're not doing speed ramps. And I think it's kind of like they get kind of used to like, they know how to do the speed ramp. They know how to do the cut for that and they get used to that. And so, yeah, I think it's smart that you're offering both because that's probably the biggest place that we've had a struggle since we've done the more dynamic edits that are more engaging. They're geared towards, keeping attention on social media is some people aren't ready for
Yeah, no, 100%. I used a song that was it had lyrics
it.
and they were great. It was like upbeat and optimistic and positive. It was great. So I like the sunshine. It was adorable. It was perfect. I thought it was perfect. And this home was like 1.1 million in a very nice neighborhood, which is cheap. And it had a swimming pool. It was awesome. It had a dadu down below. It had a house out in the cabin. Like it had so much rental income opportunities. It needed redone, a lot of it. But I was like, this is a steal of a deal. And in my head, I'm like, okay, who's going to buy this home? It's probably going to be a younger family or a younger minded entrepreneur who sees the rental income potential, right? And I didn't ask the client about the music. I just put that music on there and he messaged me. He's like, okay, I love you, right? But I don't love the song. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
okay. All right,
yeah,
I'll change it. No worries. So
yeah.
we changed it, but he was like, the person who's going to buy this house is going to be an older person, like elderly, is what he thought
Oh,
first,
interesting.
because it was an elderly person who owned it before. And I disagree, but who knows? Who am I to say? It's his video,
Yep,
So
yep,
we changed it to cinematic, and it was
yeah,
fine. But it was kind of a bummer because that was like the first time trying the dynamic edit.
yeah,
Well, one of the first
yeah,
times. So
yeah,
lesson learned: talk to the client, add a question on the checkout page. So
yeah,
HD Photo Hub allows you to have situational, what do they call it? Like questions, basically. So, like, if they order a video, then this question will populate on the order form at the end. And it asks them which style of or video would you like?
yeah,
And it's required. They have to select it.
yeah.
So if they don't, and we get there, or like we put the order in for them and we select nothing, then
Yeah, we had
actually
a
we should
sim
have an option that says I'm not sure, because then we would know to reach out to them. I just realized that. I'm gonna
yeah, that would be
figure this out.
smart. Yeah. And I
Okay.
was thinking too, I wish you could show them a video example of each so that they knew, because if they saw because they might miss the fast pace, and if they saw a dynamic, they'd be like, oh, like, yes, that's what I want, or
That's
no,
cool.
that's not what I want. That would be
Right.
amazing.
I will
Yeah.
write on there. We do have examples on our website. So
Yeah,
you
you
can go
can put
there.
a
And you
link there or
can
something.
put examples on the order form. There's a
Mm.
little spot where you can add examples.
Oh, okay.
And
I've
it's a
never done that.
link. So it takes them out to it
Yeah.
opens a new browser
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and they
Okay.
can look at it.
That makes sense. Yeah, that
So
makes
yeah.
sense. I don't think I've done that for the videos, but cool.
Yeah.
We had the same thing that happened with, so one of my video editors is like on point with the modern, like his cuts are insane and he does like all these crazy effects, right, that you see, but sometimes he goes a little overboard. And this one, he did like a hip hop, like, not, it was more of a rap song. But it was so slick. And it was like, he even did like this, a piece of furniture like came in like frozen because the line, something was about cold, and it was like, what? And it was insane.
Oh.
And they were like, they responded, so our client almost had a heart attack when they saw the video. We're going to need to change the song and the pace.
Oh no.
Like nothing that is gangster rap. I think they literally said that.
Oh my gosh,
It was so
Neil.
funny. It was so funny. But the video was sick. I loved it
You're
so
like, dang
much.
it. Did you
I
just
know.
keep it and put it on your page as like a portfolio piece? Like, this is Leo. It's so
I
cool.
have it. I kept it somewhere, but yeah, I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, it
Oh
was
my
fun.
gosh. Yeah, it's so hard too when it comes out so good and you're like, yes, I'm
Yeah.
so excited. I hope they collaborate with me on this post. And
Oh
then they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't like it. My client doesn't like it.
Well,
You're like,
well, also they were like, yeah, they told me they wanted to do the fast-paced social media stuff. They
oh, they
they said
did.
that. Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, good.
but we
That's too
found
far.
out that that was too far.
Yeah.
That
No gangster rap. Okay,
bring
Neil?
it back, bring
Reel
it
it in.
back a little bit. No
Reel it in.
gangster rap. It sounded so badass. Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
hilarious. I don't know. From PMRE last year to this year, we have offered Social Boost, which is social media talking head videos, because I had a lot of clients asking for that, which is surprisingly not very popular. I haven't really promoted it that much.
Mm.
I've had a handful of clients that do it, which is good because I'm the one who edits all of it because I'm too cheap. I don't charge enough and I'm too cheap. We were going to raise the price after it launched so that I could hire
Mm.
editors to do it. But now I'm just ready to take a cut and let editors edit it because it's just too much work for me. But it takes me an hour and a half to edit the 3 talking head videos. That's not that bad. 30 minutes each. It's not bad.
No, but it's still time that you
but
could
it's just
spend on
time.
other things.
Yeah, it's like I do it on my phone when I'm sitting on the couch. Like it's easy, but it's something I don't really want to have to do. Anyways,
You almost said on the toilet, I
I
swear.
know. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I edit on the toilet. No, I don't do that. Come on.
Yeah, she's on the toilet for an hour and a half. Something wrong.
I
Come
know,
see the
right?
doctor.
I do talk on the phone when I go to the bathroom quite a bit. I go pee. I'm like holding the phone up. I'm like, I hope they can't hear me peeing.
I'm not sure that just holding it up another foot is going to make the difference, but
And my arm's like 2 feet tall. I mean,
yeah, that's good.
anyways,
That's
okay,
good.
TMI. So we've really doubled down on our video offerings
Good.
and upped our game quite a bit, I feel. And I'm really, really enjoying the video work. Like having a
Yeah.
lot of fun with it.
It's fun once you start seeing the work and you're like, oh, this is like what I see online. Like we're doing it. It does feel
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
It does
And
feel
then the
good.
creative reels too, like having fun. Like one of my clients wanted to do the mannequin challenge. It's where they freeze and then the camera moves around them and they're
Yep,
doing
that
something
was
crazy.
cool.
Yeah. So I've done that a couple times. I've done some like walking, talking videos and incorporating
Yeah.
community stuff in, which is more than what we usually do. Usually
Hmm.
before we were just doing agent intros. That was it.
Yep.
Intro and outro, that's it. Now we are doing just more. Letting
Yeah.
like whatever you want, we can do it. What do you want? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Like we
Next,
are.
what I want to add is I want to start doing more of the, not just so mimicking. I want to do copying, the agency stuff and they want to do it.
Mhm.
So I'd like to start doing more of that. So I have to find a way to accomplish that. I started playing around with one of my clients. We've made a chat on Instagram, a group chat. Basically, it's a group message, and she sends me ideas that she likes in there. That's all we communicate in there is we just share things that we see on social media that we think maybe we'd like to do. And so
And if you
we've
share anything else in that folder, Neil will yell at you. So
yes,
don't do that.
that's right. You got
Lesson
yelled at
learned.
once.
I got yelled at once.
Rachel got yelled at. I'm like, hello, this is not for general talk. This is just for because otherwise it just turns into a regular message and you can't find
Whatever, Neil. I'm
the
over there going,
ideas.
whatever. Like,
Don't
find
tell me what to do. I'm just gonna say something else on purpose, mister.
No, I
Um,
listened. I understood. I was like, okay, sorry, Neil. Okay.
but anyway, yeah, that's you do that message basically just to track all the ideas, and you can do like you can heart them if you like it, or you can thumbs down if you don't think that's the best idea. Basically, the client would do that mostly if I submitted something as an idea. And we did it with Rachel for songs. I filled in for her a couple times editing some stuff, and so she did that with some song ideas. Same thing with songs. You find them on social media. If you're having a hard time finding songs, like just do that. Put them in a group chat or songs that you like, and then it's easy later to go grab one of those and throw it on your edit. But anyway, so she has some fun ideas. So what we did in the last shoot is I said, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try some of these that are easy ones that we don't have to reshoot a whole new video
Mhm.
because we're already doing a landscape video for her. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do like the ones that are just like an intro. They're like a fun different intro. Maybe it's a fun different song, and then we'll just cut the verticals out of the full video and make an additional video for you. So it really isn't. So we've done like 2 each time since we did that at a listing in addition to what she already had. And it's taken not much time at all to do it. And she's very excited and she's got extra posts. So there's something there that I'm now like working on how would this be a new offering that we could do this. It's a trickier thing. You got to be a little more creative, but I'm enjoying that. It's fun, but it's a little harder to figure out how I would have all the shooters do it. I'd be a little more creative on the fly, and it's a little more, room for error, if you will. But
Okay,
if
Neil.
nothing else, I like doing it.
Yeah, right. I know. That's how I feel. I'm like, okay, I know most of my shooters would be able to handle everything that I need them to do. They just need to watch me do it one time. They
Yeah.
could probably do it even without watching me, to be honest. If they've been doing it long enough, they know what they're doing. Okay, I feel like we could do like a 3-part series on this topic.
So, Rach, what was the next big thing that you felt you accomplished that you set out to do, from the beginning of the year?
Yeah. So one thing that's always been really important to me is being findable, searchable on Google. And working on my SEO has been a big deal to me. So I thought, for a while when I think it was when I started running an ad, I put like $150 a month behind an ad. This was in like 2022, probably. I started getting new clients often and I was like, where did you find me? And they're like, oh, Google. I just found you on Google. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? Like I keep getting all of these people from Google. It was amazing. And then my ad expired or something. I didn't even realize, whatever, didn't think anything of it. And I realized at PMRE that I need to work on my SEO again. Like that was something that actually did work. So if I put some money behind it, get some ads going, whatever. So I ended up actually hiring a company in April to help me with my SEO. And they went in and cleaned up my page, helped me figure out all the products, and we post on there frequently now. They have money going behind our Facebook posts that we put up, or actually paid ads, or they've got money behind them, so they go further, I guess. There's also geotagging happening on all of our posts that we're putting out. So it's called Ogvo, GGVO, I believe. We'll link that below. And Shane is the main contact. I don't know if he's the owner or what, but he's awesome. Tell him Rachel sent you. If you do sign up with them, they're great. But yeah, it was definitely, and we are now ranking #1 in a couple towns around here when you search us. So it works. We have over 115 5-star reviews on Google. They help you get reviews. There's a lot of HD Photo Hub also allows you to get reviews. Pixl CRM has a whole review system. So there's multiple ways that you can get reviews. This is just a different one, another one. So that's pretty much it. Pretty exciting stuff there.
But that's good. No, I've not touched that.
Yeah.
I have not focused at all on that. But I guess once you have the team and you got to make sure that they're booked more, that's when you really start to have to focus on that. That's when you start to transition from just the organic stuff that I've always done.
Right. So, and that's my job now. My job is to grow this business. So it's okay, what can I do to help the team get more shoots? Because I want to keep them busy so that I can stay home and I don't have to go shoot every day.
And they're all pretty much full time, right?
2 of them are. Yeah.
2 full time. And
Carly's new. She will be in the spring. She's going to be really busy in the spring. She has no idea. She's like, oh, it's so dead this week. I'm like, oh, honey, you just wait till spring. Then you're going to be, everyone's going to know who you are and everyone's going to want to book you. Because she's my North End girl. Like she lives north of me. And then both of my guys live down south, about 45 minutes to an hour south of me. So her and I really are the ones covering the North End. So
cool.
And I probably will hire one more for spring just to handle the load. We'll see how it goes. Or I'll just jump in full time in spring for a few months, which I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, that was one of my goals too for this year is I wanted to get 2 more shooters. I think it was the original goal. So I wanted to have 3, but I would be happy if I had got one more that had 2 shooters outside of myself. So I almost got 3. Don't yawn in the middle of my line. Rachel Adkins. That's the second time today.
You're just so boring to listen to. So sleep.
It's not boring. It's I have a soothing voice that just lulls you to sleep in a positive
soothing
way.
Voice. You're right. That's way nicer. I almost fell asleep before the podcast. I laid down for
I 5
minutes,
too.
which was a mistake. So excuse me.
I had to take one of my energy fizz drinks because I was straight out on the bed, like about to get the drool. But anyway, so it was not without a struggle to get another. I'm very excited that we now have a second shooter, and he's doing great. And he's still adding services, but he's been doing really great. And the clients are really liking him, and they like his personality, and they like the work he's doing. And he's just motivated and excited about it. So it's really great. And yeah, actually, my new shooter is going to be at PMRE as well. That was not my doing. It's because his cousin, who is from Local Flavor Films, and told him about it, and so he got a ticket and he's going too. So he's diving in, full speed and doing really great. Now we had another shooter that I thought was going to make it, and just one too many things got tripped over. And that was a tough thing to have to let somebody go. I felt bad about it. Still feel bad about it, but it was like starting to impact the business in a not positive way. So it was a choice I had to make to say, I don't think this is going to work, which sucked because I really like to lift people up and help them do well. And unfortunately, in this case, it was just too many things. And I just couldn't see it. It wasn't getting better. So it sucked. It was really tough. So I was like, man, that was one of those points where I'm like, do I want to grow a team? This isn't what I want to do. This sucks.
I know, right? I had a guy reach out to me last week and he was like, hey, I really want to hire a team. He's like, I've tried in the past and it's just really hard to find decent people. Like, do you have any advice for me? And I was like, well, I've had a lot of ups and downs. It's not easy, but it's worth it to put the time in with those people. But it takes a lot of time, is what I told him. I'm like, there's no magic pill or like easy button. You just have to put the time in with them. You have to be a good leader. You have to set clear expectations, and you have to really put in the hours one-on-one with that person to get them where you want them, and then
Yeah.
critique the crap out of their work to make sure that they're up to par, and don't stop training them. The training continues. Like I do meetings every 2 weeks with my guys and gal. My team, and we talk about our goals, and we try to have fun together. We are getting together more often, and I'm really trying to be a better leader and to lift everyone up even more and help them to grow and help them to stay fulfilled in this creative field, so that they don't want to go out and do their own business, that they want to continue working for me because they're enjoying it, and they don't have to build the business part of it, because that's it. Not everyone wants to build a business. There are a lot of people out there who just want to do the creative work. They just want to be out in the field, and that's what I offer. So I'm no longer hiring anyone that wants to do their own business. It's bit me in the butt 3 times. I'm like, I'm over it. So if you want to come on with me, you know, you're in with me. Let's do this. Like I'll get you work. It takes time to build up, but the work is there and you can make really good money. So it's worth it.
Yeah, that's really smart. I agree with that. That's probably the best advice you can give them, because I think that is the right fit for longevity. I mean, it doesn't guarantee anything, but the person who just likes to do the creative work and doesn't want to deal with the back end stuff is a good fit. Yeah, it's a good fit.
10%. And you can't guarantee that that's going to work out, but
No, and you
can
can't
set that
guarantee
up
they're going to fall in love with real estate and then just go do their own business anyway. But yeah, I think those are the people that are going to stick to it longer. And yeah, and both the guys that work with me, they both have their own businesses, and it's always in the back of my head that it's not that will they, it's a matter of time. So that's the trickiest thing for me, is it's like I already know I have 2 guys, I'm excited about it, but now I have to go, okay, so when do I have to start hiring another person to just make sure I have that 3rd layer, so that when somebody cuts back on their days even more, that I have that backfilled already, and then they're going to eventually go down to 1 day, and then they're going to go, you know what, I'm doing so great in my business, I think I'm done, and I understand it, because I did the same thing. I was assisting for a photographer and I loved working with them. They knew I was doing my own business. Eventually I got busy enough that I couldn't work with them, even though I loved working with them. So it's not like hard feelings, but it's just like, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is
always doing.
It is. And it's like, if you can get someone that will stay with you for years, they become part of your family.
Yeah.
Like really, truly part of your integrated into your business. And your clients know, like the other thing too, that's really difficult when you're a solopreneur going to starting a team, is getting your clients okay with hiring your other shooters.
Yeah.
And knowing they're going to get the same quality work, because you can't replace yourself. You really can't but you can teach other people how to be pleasurable to work with and teach them how to be good photographers, and that was the biggest struggle for me. That was hard. And I don't struggle with it as much anymore. I don't have a lot of clients who only request me. I have a few, but it's gotten a lot better. Most of them, since I've pulled back so much and I'm really not on the schedule as an option, and I really have just said, no, I'm not shooting Thursdays and Fridays. Those are special projects only, or my growing time, grow the business time. I think it's kind of made agents realize, like, oh, Rachel really isn't shooting as much as she used to. And that's okay. Her team still does a great job.
If you are just available all the time, it's going to be a lot harder to get them booked. And that's the exact same thing I've had to do, is intentionally block off days and times to try and, that I know my shooters are available, to try and force them to consider booking them. Because once they use them once, then they see the work and everything, then they're like, oh, okay, we can use the guys. And then all of a sudden they start booking them. But they have to get in front of that person once to have that opportunity. So yeah, that's what I've done. And even sometimes when my clients called and said, when could you do next? I'm like, oh, I'm really booked up. But you know what? David, my new shooter, he's available a Tuesday, and even when he didn't have all the services, I gave him a shot in front of one of my bigger clients. And he still doesn't have his Part 107 yet, which is because they shut down the government and all this BS.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. So anyway, I had to tell him, hey, look, he's not going to do the drone part. Are you okay if he just doesn't do the drone part for this one? But he's going to do the video. And the other thing that was a win on this is that he's the first shooter I have shooting video on his phone. And so nobody else on the team has ever done that besides the reels, like the speed through reels. We do that on our phone. That's fine. But he did a full video for them on his phone. They loved him, and there was zero
Yay.
pushback. And I gave him a heads up, like, hey, just so you know, shooting on his phone, but it looks beautiful. He's going to have the audio kit just like normal, and it's going to be edited all the same way as we normally do it by our team of editors. And so it's going to be good. So I recommend giving him a chance. And that's the thing. I have a relationship with my clients that they're like, okay, so you're saying he's good. We're trusting with this. And I'm like, yep, I'm putting my neck out here that this kid is good and he's ready to do this video. And they loved it and they were excited. And they're like, hey, he's creative like you. He gave suggestions like you. It was great, actually. And so
Yay.
now I know that they will not hesitate to book him, so that's exciting. So we just need more of those. And he's going to actually open his schedule up another day from his part-time job, taking away a day there, work with us more and work on his own gig more. So
I love that. Good job. That's awesome. I'm so proud of you for sticking with it and getting 2 shooters
thank you.
under your belt. It's not easy. So
It's
good
not.
job.
It sounds easy when you hear people talking about it. It's been not easy for me anyway. Maybe it's easier for other people, but it's been a lot of work, and it takes a long time to get them to that point.
Yeah.
Even when they have experience with photo and video stuff. And I'm always proud of Rachel, but it's she's always 3 steps ahead, so it's harder for me to say I'm proud of her when she's always already been doing it. But
Oh, please.
who isn't proud of Rachel?
Thank you.
But I
Thank
am
you.
seriously, I am proud of you for, because that's the thing. It's like, it takes a little of the grind. You already have something that works. When you had your video, for example, you already had something that worked. Nobody was complaining about it, but you saw like, you know what? We need to step it up to stay competitive, I feel like. And it's like, that's going to be a lot of work. But I'm proud of you for actually, because I think you had a minute where you're like, nah, it's good enough. It's fine.
Well, I almost gave up because I was like, oh, forget it.
Yep.
This is just too difficult. Like, I'm not finding what I need. It just nothing was working. And I just didn't, I was like, I can't give up. I got to just keep going. And you can't, there's no way to fail unless you quit. If you just keep trying. Like, how many times did Thomas Edison try to invent the light bulb?
Yeah, a
Like
lot.
1,000
At least 3
times.
times. At least 3. I think.
At least 3, 6 or 7.
It's 6. He might have been at it a full week, as far as I know.
Anyways, well, yeah. So moral of the story is don't quit. Just keep going. Because you could be right there. You could be right there. It's like with our course, Neal, the headshot course. Like,
That's right.
We launched it last year. We had 10 people go through our test group. We got feedback. We got testimonials. We had everything we needed to just kind of rework a couple things and launch. And it took me, I don't know, 7 months to re-record my editing section that needed broken up. Took forever. We were busy through busy season. We
Yeah,
were busy
busy
with the
season.
business last spring. And we were like, whatever, it doesn't matter. And we had to do the podcast every week because we have sponsors now. So that was another commitment and it just took time. And it was like, the course was like the last thing we were worried about. And then this summer, we're like, we're launching this thing. Let's go. And we took some courses on how to run ads, and we are killing it with our ads we've launched this last week. And it's
they're doing
amazing to
well.
see the stats and the results. And like, we can actually help people with this course and help them to grow their businesses in a different way than just giving out free shoots and discounting their services. Like, this legit has brought us both so much work. So anyways, it feels really good to know that like it's actually working. And
Yeah,
it's
when you
getting
put
out
so
there
much
and
work into something and then to finally see people like excited about it and getting stuff out of it, it's like, yes, okay, this is the thing I originally thought in my head forever ago.
So anyways, with that, I think we should wrap this one up. We're going to do a part 2. And when we come back next week, we are going to talk about another strategy that I have been implementing into my business that I realized was kind of low-hanging fruit last year at PMRE. So we'll dive into that. I'm excited.
Awesome.
Okay, bye.
See you in the next one.